Hello, entrepreneurs. Hello, people. Everybody makes mistakes. Shoots, Hallmark built a complete business around cards that for all occasions. And one of those occasions is when you mess up. We mess up with family members. We mess up with spouses. We mess up with girlfriend, boyfriends. We make mistakes. One of the worst things we can do after making a mistake is to not fully evaluate or understand the cause and effect of it all. So when you do not understand how long and what chain of reactions that mistake causes, you will underestimate the power and the influence you have over what you've done. That is extremely bad when it comes to finances. When you make a financial mistake, it is so important that you look and see the chain of events, the effect, the domino effect of what that financial decision is. You know why? Because when you pay for a mistake, you pay attention. You learn to not do the same thing again because you realize what it took you to get out of it. There is not a better teachable moment than having to overcome mistakes that you've made. So when you take a shortcut or when somebody bails you out, it's not the same, because you do not have to sit in the effect and you do not have to sit in your decision. So it's easy to make the same decision again. That's what we call doing the same thing every year but expecting a different result. That's what happens with a lot of my entrepreneurs. Every year, they say they're going to do better, and instead of outsourcing and allowing bookkeeping and book coaching, business coaching to occur, they say, I'm going to do the same thing. They take the same amount of time and think they're going to do more with it. It's still 24 hours in a day. It doesn't matter if it's a new year or an old year. And they do the same thing without seeing the effects of, without sitting in the effects of what it costs them, the opportunity cost, because you don't know how many clients you walk by while you had your nose in receipts that we don't use anyway, had your nose in that doing something that's not in your wheelhouse when you could have been promoting your business, when you could have been building your brand. See where I'm going? You need to understand. You need to evaluate. That's why you need bookkeeping. Bookkeeping is not just looking at some paper and write down stuff. No, that's what you guys think. But it's about the record keeping. It's about making sure that your time is always generating money, because time is currency. It's been your girl, the Queen Bee. I want you to sit in some of these financial mistakes. That way you'll stop making them and stop making these ridiculous declarations year after year, instead of just hiring somebody, a professional, to do what they do. Make sure you watch, make sure you like, and make sure you subscribe, entrepreneurs. Bye-bye.